That soft voice whispering maybe tomorrow, kill it now. That fragile escape hatch labeled backup plan, set it ablaze. Look behind you, see those bridges? The ones connecting you to mediocrity, to excuses, to the comforting lie of someday. Burn them. Let the flames lick the sky until nothing remains but scorched earth and the searing truth. Success isn't a destination. It's your only breathable air, your only survivable reality, the only option that doesn't end in the slow suffocation of your soul. What is? You stand on the edge, not of a cliff, but of a war zone, and retreat is annihilation. Hernan Cortes understood. Bull 1519, Veracruz. His conquistadors outnumbered, riddled with doubt. He didn't rally them with pretty speeches. He gave one order: burn the ships. No going back, only victory or death. That's not brutality. That's the ultimate act of belief. Your ships? They're docked in your mind. The what if I fail? The it's safer to stay. The I'll try when things are perfect. Ignite them. Let the smoke choke out every excuse. Because until you burn those mental vessels carrying you back to the shores of average, you'll never muster the desperate, diamond-hard resolve required to storm the fortress of your destiny. This isn't motivational fluff. This is psychological warfare. And your first strategic strike is total commitment. No exits. No ejector seats. Your back is against the wall? Good. Now fight like hell. Feel that? The tremor in your gut when you imagine going all in? That's not fear. That's power recognizing its cage. Your belief system isn't some abstract philosophy. It's the architectural blueprint of your reality, drafted in the ink of your deepest, most visceral acceptance. Thomas Edison didn't believe he could invent the light bulb. He knew illumination was inevitable, buried within 1,000 failures. When the newspapers mocked his 1,000th attempt, his eyes didn't flicker with doubt. They burned with the intensity of the filament he chased. I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Not optimism. Certainty. Henry Ford faced a legion of experts screaming horses were eternal. He didn't argue. He stared them down, his voice cutting through the neighing like a piston stroke. If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horse. I will build what they cannot yet conceive. Belief isn't wishing upon a star. It's forging the damn star in the crucible of your will and hammering it into existence. It's Walt Disney, bankrupt and broken, sketching a mouse in a dim garage, not seeing rotted floorboards, but seeing castles rising, hearing children's laughter echoing through lands built on imagination's bedrock. He didn't hope for a kingdom. He mortgaged his present hunger against the visceral taste of its future reality. Your bank account, your relationships, your impact, they are not random outcomes. They are brutal, precise mirrors reflecting the exact dimensions of what you truly, fundamentally accept as possible for yourself. Expand your belief's borders or suffocate within its current walls. Burn the bridges to small thinking. But belief alone, untempered, is molten ore, potential without form. It needs the anvil. It needs the hammer. It needs the relentless, unforgiving discipline of daily creation. Discipline isn't punishment. It's liberation through self-mastery. It's J.K. Rowling, a single mother drowning in government subsidies and despair, not waiting for inspiration but commanding it. Word by agonizing word, scribbled on napkins in Edinburgh cafes, while diapers needed changing and bills screamed urgency. No muse descended. She dragged the story kicking and screaming from the void. It's the pre-dawn athlete, lungs burning in the gym's fluorescent glare. That gasp isn't pain. It's the war cry against the gravitational pull of the ordinary. It's Abraham Lincoln, a man forged in failure's furnace, losing elections, businesses, love, each blow not bending him, but tempering. His belief in union, in emancipation, wasn't whispered. It was hardened into steel by repeated hammer strikes of defeat, until it emerged unbreakable as the Emancipation Proclamation. Action without belief is frantic motion, a fly buzzing against glass. Discipline without action is a cold engine, potential rusting into obsolescence. Only when the white-hot iron of belief meets the relentless hammer of disciplined action do you forge the unbreakable sword of achievement. Your excuses are kindling. Burn them. Expecting calm sea, you signed up for the wrong voyage. The path to anything worth possessing is mined with betrayal, paved with rejection, and shrouded in seasons of crushing, seemingly endless night. This isn't bad luck. This is the curriculum. Resilience isn't about bouncing back. It's about learning to absorb the impact, letting the pressure crystallize your core into something harder, brighter, diamond. Andrew Carnegie arrived in America a penniless telegraph operator. Poverty wasn't his cage, it was his forge. He didn't beg for opportunity, he stole knowledge. Between frantic Morse code clicks, he devoured business books, dissecting financial systems while transmitting others' messages. He didn't climb the ladder, he melted the chains of circumstance and recast them into rungs. See those broken by the first setback? Their belief was tissue paper. Contrast Nelson Mandela, locked in Robben Island's concrete hell for 27 years. Did prison break him? It polished his conviction into a laser, cutting through apartheid's darkness. He didn't endure, he transformed captivity into the anvil where a nation's freedom was hammered out. When the tsunami of adversity hits, and it will, your flimsy life raft of half measures will splinter. Did you build a battleship of belief, or are you treading water with delusions? The storm reveals the architect. Vision without a target is hallucination. Desire without precision is a beggar's wish. Clarity is your scalpel. It cuts through the fog of maybe and exposes the raw nerve of must. I didn't spend decades dissecting titans like Rockefeller, Ford, and Woolworth to find mystical secrets. I uncovered iron law, etched in the bedrock of reality. Peak performers don't have vague aspirations. They possess a definite chief aim, a target so specific, so visceral, it bleeds into their dreams and dictates their waking breath. Rockefeller didn't want to be rich. At 16, he scrawled in a ledger, goal $100,000 by age 20. Precise, dated, audacious. That number, laughable to oil barons, was his North Star. It guided him through the cutthroat chaos of the oil wars, through economic panics, through relentless competition, not as a wish, but as an accepted future fact. He wasn't chasing money, he was executing a preordained reality. Your brain isn't just an organ, it's a quantum supercomputer programmed by your dominant thoughts. Feed it vague desires. I want to be successful, and it spits stat. Feed it a definite chief aim. Generate $300,000 in revenue from my sustainable packaging design by June 30th next year, freeing me to fund my brother's medical treatment and watch it lock onto the target. It begins filtering the universe, magnetizing opportunities, rerouting obstacles, aligning subconscious resources you never knew you possessed. Clarity isn't helpful. It's mandatory for survival in the arena. Define your target with surgical precision. Burn the fog of ambiguity. This road forged by fire demands relentless evolution. Learning isn't self-improvement, it's oxygen. Stop inhaling new knowledge, new skills, new perspectives. Your hard-won belief becomes a fossil, irrelevant, brittle, destined to shatter against the shifting landscape. The world accelerates. Technology disrupts. Stagnation is regression disguised as comfort. Benjamin Franklin, a printing apprentice, didn't wait for genius to strike. He devoured knowledge. He treated each day as his final exam, mastering languages, science, diplomacy, invention. Curiosity wasn't a trait. It was his master key, unlocking doors to realms others didn't know existed. True power belongs to the perpetual student, the insatiable predator stalking the frontiers of understanding. Hunt knowledge or be hunted by obsolescence. And when the first hard-won victories glow, when the summit seems within reach, this is the most dangerous terrain. Ego is the silent saboteur, whispering you did it alone. Gratitude is your armor. It's not polite appreciation, it's visceral recognition of the intricate web holding you aloft. Look down, see the hands that hauled you up from the pit, the mentor who saw your spark when it was embers, the friend who loaned rent money, the rival whose challenge forced you sharp. See the lessons etched in scar tissue from failures that could have broken you but instead became your textbooks. Gratitude isn't weakness, it's strategic humility. It grounds you at altitude. It reminds you that every triumph is a mosaic, 1,000 fragments of help, timing, unseen support, and cosmic alignment. A grateful heart doesn't just attract more abundance, it repels the corrosive poison of entitlement, ensuring your humanity survives the ascent. Forget to honor the journey, the helpers, the lessons. You build your prison at the peak. Burn the illusion of solo glory. So, the fire is lit, the bridges are ash. The battlefield stretches before you, littered with the shattered dreams of those who kept an exit strategy. How strong is your resolve now? Is it forged strong enough to stand when the world unleashes its full arsenal of no? Strong enough to stare into the abyss of failure, taste the copper of your own blood, and still grind your target to a sharper point? Strong enough to walk away from the seductive swamps of comfort and convenience, choosing the steep, solitary path upward? Strong enough to remember why you ignited this inferno in the first place, when the first spoils of victory try to lull you back to sleep? Is it? Hear the echo of your own pulse. That's not biology. That's the war drum of your unconquered spirit. Your belief is the weight that anchors your existence in purpose. Your achievement is the territory carved by that belief, not etched in marble or whispered in halls of power. It's written in the calluses on your hands, the fire in your eyes, the unyielding set of your jaw against the gale-force wings of compromise. It screams in the silent moment you choose the harder right over the easier wrong. It resonates in the 1000th repetition when everyone else quit at 999. You are not here to participate. You are here to dominate, not to hope, to claim, not to explain your limits, to shatter them and reset the benchmark for human potential. The moment is not next quarter, not when the planets align. This breath. The world isn't waiting for you to be ready. It's starving for what only you, fully unleashed, can bring. Starving for the innovation forged in your unique crucible. Starving for the art only your scars can burn. Starving for the leadership only your battles have prepared you to wield. Burn the pathetic notion of someday. Incinerate the cowardly refuge of Plan B. Act Teffy. Not with tentative steps, but with the full-throated roar of a being with no other option. Move with the terrifying certainty of Cortez's conquistadors, knowing the ships are gone, knowing victory is the only path that doesn't end in the jungle's jaws. Burn, build, become. Burn away every vestige of doubt, every chain of limitation. Build the life, the legacy, the empire that exists, fully formed in the furnace of your conviction. Become the unstoppable force your soul recognized long before the world caught up. Let your belief be an inferno that scorches the sky. Let your achievements be monuments carved into the bedrock of history. Success isn't the goal. It's the air you breathe, the fire you are, the only option worthy of the relentless, magnificent, untamed force that is you. The bridges are gone. Forward is the only direction that matters. Move.